All right, hi guys. Good afternoon. My name is Dolapo from Skyned Consult. What's your name, please?
I'm Gordon Schuster, the Director of International Education at Okanagan College, located in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia, Canada.
I am Sakura, also from Okanagan College. I'm a marketing and recruitment specialist.
Thank you so much, and welcome again to Skyned JAPA Therapy. All right, so I'm going to be asking guys a few questions. Then you can just explain to the viewer how you can answer these questions. Or the first one is I want you guys to tell us about your school. Everybody has been listening to listen to our live sections, Okanagan College. What's the deal with the school? What's the advantages in the schools? Just tell us about the school in general.
Sure. So Okanagan College was established in 1963. It's a public post-secondary institution. It's a designated learning institution in Canada, in British Columbia, in one of the nicest areas to live in Canada with great weather. We're located in a valley that has mountains as well as lakes. So we're also a semi-arid desert. So our weather is relatively warm in the summer. Average temperature will be at least 30, can get as hot as 40. And we have a mild winter in the city. When I say mild winter, I'm talking Canadian standards. So Nigerian standards, no. We will get temperatures that average 0 in December and January. It will get as cold as -20 for a period of time. We don't like it any more than our students. Okanagan College, as I said, was established in 1963, but for the last 30, 35 years has been growing an international education program. We have 4 campuses in the cities of Salmon Arm, Vernon, Penticton, and well as our main campus in Kelowna. Yes, and Kelowna people are starting to know around the world. Years ago, when I've been working for the college for over 30 years, and the last 20 plus in international.
Wow.
When I used to travel, I had to kind of hone in on British Columbia, Vancouver, and then try and explain the Okanagan. Now, often people say, I've heard of Kelowna. Kelowna is where there's a lot of wineries because of the weather, a big tourist industry. It's an area of Canada where a lot of Canadians like to retire because of the weather, and also the city's big enough. When I say big enough, by our standards, again, Canadian standards, a city of 180 plus thousand people, which is a medium-sized city in Canada. We have all the shops and services, a thriving economy because it's very diversified. We have manufacturing, technology, we have companies like Microsoft and Disney are there in Kelowna. So there's lots of opportunities. Throughout the valley, all of the communities offer the same kinds of things. The beach culture, the ski hills in the winter. They'll have technology companies because it just grows throughout the valley. So it's a really vibrant place to live and work. Many of our students that come to study will say, well, I'm going to study, but I'm really going to go live in Calgary, Toronto, Vancouver. But by the time they finish, they've gotten used to a slightly smaller city with a cool, chill vibe, the beach culture, all of that. As I said, we've grown international for the last 20 plus years, and our markets have diversified and changed over the years. So the interesting thing is we now have students from 70 plus countries. When I was in the industry 15 years ago, say, we were trying to get to 500 students. Well, we're now past 1,500 students, but we thought getting 500 was going to be great. Well, we now know that, I don't want to say the sky's the limit, but we're going to keep growing, keep expanding. And so we've really concentrated on Africa. We kind of call it Africa the New Frontier. That's been building for the last 2 years. But over the last 5 years, we've tripled our numbers from Africa. As I say, students are coming from 70 plus countries, and our numbers and the types of programs are changing all the time.
All right, thank you so much. Sakura, so do you want to tell us what you do in Okanagan, your marketing department? How has it been so far with the African market?
How has it been so far? So I think we are doing great. Our students, as Gordon mentioned, 5 years ago, we didn't have too many, whereas now, January 2023, we had students from Africa, 75 of them from Africa, and half of them from Nigeria, other half from Zimbabwe, and we have students from all over African countries as well. But Nigeria is doing really good, and those students are really helping new students to come as well because they take care of each other. Yes, referrals, and they take good care of each other.
Tell us about the programs available in your school and the requirements.
So we have a lot of programs, more than 30 programs that international students are eligible. But most inquiries we get from Nigeria are post-baccalaureate diplomas. We are a public college, so all our programs are undergraduate.
Okay.
It's not master level, it's undergraduate. But for those who already have a degree, they tend to apply for post-baccalaureate diploma. So we have post-baccalaureate in business and science.
Oh, okay.
So for business, we have accounting, marketing, and human resources. And for data analytics, for science, we have health analytics, economics in data analytics, and marketing and data analytics.
Okay.
Yeah, so the analytics one is very, very science-based, but very good job demand. And all of them, I guess the minimum requirement is a degree. You have to have a 4-year degree.
Okay.
And your transcript to be evaluated by WES.
Thank you so much. That's popular questions that people ask. There are different divisions in Nigeria. There's first class, the second class lower, upper, there's the third class. So what's the division that people need to have before they can apply to Okanagan College?
So our college is very inclusive, first come, first served.
Yeah.
So we don't look at the GPA. As long as student has a degree and has completed it, was awarded a certificate, then we take it. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. The third question is, what's any special or pathway to become a PR in BC?
So other programs that we offer is also technology based. We have technologies and engineering. So in BC, there's a very, very high demand of tech professionals.
Okay.
And last time I checked, there were 29 occupations that were listed as a part of BC Tech PNP program. So that's a provincial specific. And among those 29 programs, most of the jobs that are listed, students can take the programs at Okanagan College. And then they'll have what I call a shortcut to apply to become a PR. I actually just had one student. He was from Jamaica. He graduated. He had a background in banking. Because I know a lot of Nigerian students, they're already professional, they have a degree, they're established. So this student was the same, and he had a degree in business. He was in banking industry. But he changed his program to computer information system in Okanagan College. So he successfully completed it while he was doing his program. Most of our programs are created with jobs in mind. It's very practical. So for this program, the student has an opportunity to work with the community as a part of the school project. So he already knew a couple employers. They loved him. They offered him a job before he graduated, but he also applied for different jobs, and he got job offer for 3 different places. So now he's a computer information tech. I think that's his occupation. He applied for permanent residency through BCPNP Tech program. And he was just invited to apply, because just because you apply doesn't mean that they're going to get invited to become a PR, but you have to apply. Once you're invited, you are in a good journey. So he was invited, and he said that he will email me once he gets his PR. But that's one of the programs that we have that are BC specific.
All right.
I forgot another one, RNIP. Do you want to quickly mention about RNIP?
So the RNIP is the Rural and Northern Immigration Program, or pilot program, which is a federal government initiative. They selected 11 communities across Canada where we are looking, or the communities are looking to expand their labor force, bringing in more people from outside of Canada, because we have a shortage of labor and a shortage of people in Canada. We're the second largest country in the world, and we just surpassed 40 million people. So we're not that big as a population, but we're huge as a country.
Nigeria is 200 million.
I know. We need more people. So 11 communities were selected, only 2 in British Columbia, 1 region in the Kootenays, and part of our region. So Vernon was selected. So the Vernon campus, if you study there, get a job offer there, you're fast-tracked to permanent residency, to apply for permanent residency. And then just this year, Salmon Arm was added, which is another one of our campuses. So we have 2 of our 4 campuses where they're eligible for RNIP. As I mentioned, it's a pilot program. It has been extended right now through to the end of 2026, and it may get extended again, but it does help students. And 100% of our students who went through that program and applied were successful in being invited to apply for their permanent residency.
Isn't it amazingly 100%?
Who gets 100%?
I know. I don't get it.
I'll say that's one of the benefits of studying in Okanagan College.
Absolutely.
All right, people that are viewing it right now, then we already told them, we told them Okanagan College is in BC right now. But what are the benefits of applying to Okanagan College? What are the advantages? It's kind of hard for people to work for their money in Nigeria, then try to get together the tuition fee, pay tuition to Okanagan College. After studying, what's the next stage for them? What are the benefits they're going to enjoy when you were trying to tell them that, okay, apply to Okanagan College. It's a very good college. You're going to enjoy it. So what are the benefits they're going to enjoy?
Well, we'll start with some of the obvious things. So we have relatively small class sizes. The majority of our classes are 25 students or less. So your professor knows you by name. You get a lot of support. We have a very helpful and vibrant international education department. We have people in our department who have come from a number of different countries, so you've got a lot of support, but we also have people there to help you every step of the journey. The other thing is that our tuition fees are relatively affordable. They're lower than big universities, of course, but within the colleges, we're kind of in the middle, so we're not super expensive. We're also in a region where there's great employment opportunities, not only while you're studying, but when you graduate. So you have the ability to work while you're studying, get some work experience in Canada, which is again going to help you on that journey. Sakura, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, one of the things that I would say, especially for students that are coming from Africa, our student demographic from Africa is growing. And because they are the kind of like a first comers, because there haven't been too many African students in our region for Okanagan College. They've been helping other students a lot, and I can see the community growing. And for students that are studying in Canada or any other countries, it's very important that they have support, not just academic support. I always tell this to my students, not just about academic success. They have to have a good well-being and good support. We don't have a lot of grocery stores that sell African food just yet, but the more we get our students from Africa, hopefully they'll have a jollof rice mix.
One of our employers, Peter's Independent Grocer, they've had awards for their hiring diversity practices. So they hire people from all over different countries, but also people with disabilities, people with mental challenges, all of those things. But they also, because they have all these international students and international newcomers to Canada working there, they ask them, what food do you miss from home? And then they bring those supplies in. So when we first had Jamaican students 10 years ago and they started working there, now there's a whole Jamaican section. They've been adding sections. So all grocery stores have foods from around the world, but you're going to see, I'm sure, more of the African food.
Thank you so much. Now, Uni College Skyned is a partner with Okanagan College. What would you like to say to the viewers that are interested in applying to your school? What do you have to tell them? What you have to just to motivate them that our school is one of the perfect school you need to apply to. There are a lot of benefits. Sorry, your market.
For students who have a degree, I think a post-baccalaureate diploma is very unique. Not all schools offer that. For those that are thinking about a master's, but maybe the tuition is not affordable, maybe it's too competitive, we are very inclusive. And first come, first serve. So it's not too challenging to get admission from Okanagan College, and I would say that's one of the benefits the students should know, because I know for some schools it can be very challenging to get an admission. And I'm working there. Gordon's working there.
Absolutely.
All right. What would you like to tell the viewers about?
Well, I would just like to say
Apply.
that once you apply and once you get there, you're going to get a lot of support. You're going to have people to help you every step of the journey. We have staff that are there to assist in all aspects of life in Canada, because it is an adjustment when you go to a new country. You're trying to adjust weather, you're trying to adjust your family in a new community. You're also thinking about your family back home, and there's all those challenges. So we're there to help you. As Sakura said, we're building our African student community. So they're there to help each other. And I see that on campus where students look for students, just like I do when I travel, look for people who look like me or at least have a background that's similar to mine so that you can actually relate to one another. Absolutely. And I tease students sometimes. I said, is this corner only for the African students because you're all here gathered? And, but really what they're doing is supporting each other. And also when students come to a new country, a new school, they have to find their community. And when I say community, it's not just their African community, it's community of students in their same program. It's their community at work, perhaps their community if they're going to church, things like that. So they find their communities, and that is the support they need to be successful in all aspects, not just their studies, but in their life in Canada, and if they're bringing their families to help them settle in Canada as well.
Thank you so much. Say to what he just said about community, one of the things that Okanagan College does that I think is unique, we set up a meet and greet. So once the students admitted, we know the students are coming, we set up an online meeting with new students and existing students that are already there. They know everything. So most of the questions the students have, I'm not able to answer, such as, where do I get my hair done? I don't know. But
where can I get my spot?
Exactly. All my braids. So existing students know those things. So we do set up such space for them, and we're able to do that because we are not too big, right? It's still city, exactly, and students also get to know each other. So they get to know people that are coming from the same country, and also who's gonna do which program, and also existing student. So that I feel that students really enjoy those, and we are able to set up a different meetings like that because of the size that we have.
Okay, period. All right, thank you so much. And this has been so much of a great session. One thing I would like you guys to know is Okanagan College is a very good school. It's a very good college. Apply there. You can apply through Skyned. You can apply through Uni College link. Just make sure that you apply to Okanagan College. All right, thank you guys so much. And thank you for joining the session. Have a great day and safe travels back to Canada.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.